NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Philadelphia Eagles. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 24, Fields. And this is caught by Watkins. Room here to run. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Mack. Mack's got the first down and then some. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On second down now. It's Mack pushing through the contact. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
41 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Darnell Mooney,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Eagles are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
Certainly, yeah.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Play action. It's Fields.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
From the 50, here's Fields.
Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there.
This is Mack on the counter. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. 2nd and 7. To throw is Fields.
And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
On the give, this is Mack.
And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Gun. Here's a give to Mack. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Butker's kick here is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Henry again on 2nd down.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Play action. Now it's Murray. With a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now it's Fields.
Being chased out left. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Back to throw. Fields. He's going to look deep down the field. And the defense loses him. It's complete.
He's running.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jarnell Mooney, 76 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw it with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Henry out of the pistol. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Murray going to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it. Well, earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play, because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. This is taken at about the 14. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Working with a 2nd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Dancing to his left. Man open. He's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On first down, it's Fields.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Fields throw taken in by Watkins here.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, Fields.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Butker's kick here is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. Play fake. Murray. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. A final shot before half for Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And we will not have a run back here as the 2nd half starts with a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Third quarter starts with a run by Mack. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Third and 2, Fields. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd.
pulled in at the 24. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Throwing on 1st down is Murray.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time.
It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the return will stop right around the 25.
And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps to everything they've done. They got an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what...
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Marlon Mack with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Shotgun now for Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
What a banner year in 2020 for Myles Garrett. Gets his Cleveland Browns to the playoffs for the first time in a long time and had 12 sacks to lead his team. He's averaged more than 10 sacks a year in his 4-year career and was named All-Pro for the first time after the 2020 campaign.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here's Fields.
He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And this will be caught by Mooney.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. I think that's Mack who's still down. Yeah, it is. Mack apparently shaken up there. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. They'll run on first down. Muhammad, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Off play action, Fields. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll run it with Hill. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Justice Hill, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles continue to roll. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far,
and Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Raiders on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he finds McLaurin. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Carry now for Derrick Henry. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He'll buy some time right. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. handoff to Henry. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Again, it's Henry. Oh, he bowls over him, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Murray now to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Henry hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He's at the 50. 30.
In your face!
10. 5. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup of 38. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25, the 30, 10, 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Butker now to add the extra point. PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line of the red zone.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go again with Muhammad. Shrugs him off. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Butker on for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it again with Henry. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. On play action, it's Murray. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Now Murray off play action. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Mike Edwards picks it off. And the Eagles are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes. Get out of there.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Eagles, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL.